Do you ever feel like your team is constantly waiting for you to make decisions? Like they won't take action unless you tell them exactly what to do? If so, you're not the only one experiencing this. Today we're diving into how to encourage independent thinking in your team so they take initiative, solve problems, and step up as true contributors, not just order takers. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's chat. Welcome to the Unapologetically Authentic Leadership channel. My name is Brooke Bernard, and I am a transformational leadership coach. I help my clients achieve their goals by becoming the best version of themselves. And if you want to connect with me, my contact information is in the description box below. Today is about empowering your team to think for themselves. Let's be honest, if your team always relies on you for direction, you'll never have time to focus on the big picture strategy. More importantly, they'll never develop the confidence to make decisions on their own. And that's a problem. So let's dive in to why independent thinking matters, what holds teams back, and most importantly, how to fix it. As we begin this video, I want to guide you through a 5-minute visualization exercise to help you step into the mindset of an empowering leader. This will help you see your team as confident, proactive decision makers instead of people who just follow orders. I invite you to take a moment to get comfortable, sitting in a chair or lying down. Make sure your back is supported. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. Allow yourself to fully arrive in this moment. Now imagine yourself walking into a room with your team. But this time, something feels different. There's a new energy in the room. Instead of looking to you for answers, your team members are proactively sharing ideas, collaborating, and making decisions on their own. You take a seat and listen as your team members confidently discuss strategies and solutions. There's no hesitation, just a shared sense of responsibility and ownership. Now picture yourself asking a question instead of providing an answer. You say, "How would you handle this challenge?" And instead of silence, your team leans in, offers ideas, and debates solutions. You feel a sense of pride, knowing you've created an environment where people think for themselves. Your team is thriving because you've empowered them to lead alongside you. Take one more deep breath in and breathe out slowly. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and hold on to this vision as we explore how to turn it into reality. So I know we all want to know how to fix it, but before we get there, let's try to understand more about why this happens. Why specifically some teams struggle to take initiative. Here are the most common reasons. Fear of making mistakes. If your team is afraid of failure, they will always wait for approval. Over-reliance on authority. If they are used to top-down leadership, they won't develop their own decision-making skills. Lack of psychological safety. If they fear being judged, they won't share their ideas. And unclear expectations. If they don't understand where autonomy is encouraged, they'll hesitate. If you want your team to think independently, you have to create the right environment. And here's how. Your team won't take risks if they fear criticism. You have to create the environment where they feel safe to share their ideas. There are 2 ways you can do this. Encourage open dialogue, ask for opinions, and validate their contributions. The second thing you can do is to respond positively to mistakes. Shift from blame to learning opportunities. In other words, adopt a growth mindset. And if you want to know more on what a growth mindset is, I will link some videos above. Here's a quick example. Instead of saying that was a bad call, try what did we learn from this decision? I promise it'll make a big difference for the individual in front of you. If you're the one who's always giving answers, you're training your team to rely on you. Instead, I'm going to invite you to coach them to find solutions on their own. And there are 2 things you can do here. First, ask instead of tell. Instead of saying, here's what to do, ask them, what do you think is the best approach? And allow for some silence while they think and gather their courage to share their idea, because they will have ideas. Second, encourage problem solving. When they come to you with a challenge, push them to think through solutions first. I always used to talk with my teams about being solution oriented. And I loved the ones that would come and sit down in my office and say, Brooke, I have something I need to tell you, and I already have a solution in mind. I loved those moments. Again, a quick example. If your direct report comes to you and asks you, what should I do about this client issue? Then as the leader, I need you to respond with what do you think would be the best approach? See how it works and give it time, because as with anything new, people will be surprised that that is your response. And it'll take some time to acclimate and just know, oh, that's the question I'm going to be asked. And maybe they'll start thinking about that question before they come to you and arrive at your door with potential solutions to their own problem. People won't think independently unless they are given opportunities to make decisions. You, as the leader, have to delegate responsibility and trust them. Give them ownership. Project ownership is a very quick way to show someone that you value them, you trust their expertise, and you know that they're going to execute and meet your expectations, if not exceed them. It's a big booster of morale. So assign team members to lead projects, not just tasks. And set boundaries. Define where they have full autonomy and where they should check in. For example, if you manage a marketing team, you might give full creative control over campaign ideas while maintaining oversight on final approvals. If you only reward success, people won't feel comfortable taking risks. You always need to remember to recognize effort and initiative, even when things don't go perfectly. Always praise proactive thinking. Publicly acknowledge when someone takes initiative and celebrate learning moments. Reinforce that growth comes from trying, not just succeeding. For example, you could say, I really appreciate how Alice took the lead on this project. Even though it was new territory, that's exactly the kind of initiative that we value on this team. Not only is Alice going to be rewarded and happy that you're seeing her and appreciating her, but it will also signal your other team members that you truly mean it when you say that you want them to be proactive and that you want them to take initiative. It will reinforce the words you have said by pointing out the examples of how that's manifested on your team. If you're finding these leadership insights helpful, I invite you to hit the subscribe button so you can join me for future content I upload, and I upload videos every week with new leadership strategies and tools. When you empower independent thinking, you create a team that doesn't just execute tasks. They innovate, problem solve, and take ownership of their work. Here's what happens when you do this well. You have more confident team members. People take initiative without second-guessing themselves. Higher productivity, less time is spent waiting for approval. So that creates faster decision-making. Better problem solving. A team that thinks critically will find better solutions. When you shift your team's mindset from waiting for direction to owning their work, you build a stronger, more successful organization. So here's my challenge for you. This week, commit to one action that encourages independent thinking within your team. Whether it's asking more questions, delegating a decision, or celebrating initiative, take the step. And if you want personalized coaching on how to build your own high-performing, empowered team, you can find my contact information in the description box below. Or DM me on Instagram. Let's take your leadership to the next level. You deserve it. And let me know in the comments, what is one way that you encourage independent thinking in your team? Or one way you're going to start encouraging independent thinking in your team. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope you really enjoyed the video. And until next time, stay true to yourself, lead with purpose, and thank you for watching.